Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Radio Show, a once proud member of the now defunct Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Our dirty ray of sunshine, Charlie Hester, is in as co-host. John Morris joins us at the Wiley's Comedy Club showroom for his first ever solo appearance on the Life Radio Show. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, welcome back to the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Aaron Ryan has left the building, so
yep.
we are still not live in WWSU studio. We are still dead in Wiley's showroom.
I love that you keep saying we're dead.
Yeah, well, we had a kind of a zombie theme.
Yeah,
and it flies.
It's just that one fly.
Is it really there, or is it just me?
No, I think you're having a flashback.
Okay, a fly flashback.
Yeah.
It happens every time. John Morris is
Hi.
our guest
Woo!
in the studio now.
What's up?
I'm still here with the lovely Charlie Hester, by the way. And
Yo.
she hasn't gone anywhere.
How come you didn't introduce me as lovely?
Just John Morris.
Just John.
You're lovely on the inside, John.
No, I'm actually pretty ugly on the inside.
Are you?
A lot of black lung.
Well, yeah, that happens.
Well, African American lung.
I'm glad
2019.
you clarified, yeah. So what's been happening? You doing anything fun these days, or
Just the old comedy. Unfortunately,
comedy.
Still doing that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for all of us.
I wish I could quit.
Yeah, it's a hell of a narcotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I call it my ha-ha heroin. I do. I know it sounds so cheesy,
That's
but
adorable.
I do.
That's adorable.
Because it's like I get the itch.
Hilaroin? Can we call it hilaroin?
Hilaroin.
Hilaroin.
No.
Comedy
I'm putting my
cocaine.
foot down. No, we cannot call it that.
Sometimes you just have to make a statement, and that is no. That is
Yeah.
no. That's not the statement we're making.
Is that
But I
gonna be-
will write down ha-ha heroin.
I was going to say, is that going to be the name of the show?
Although, if I write down ha-ha heroin, somebody gets a hold of this paper, they're going to think I'm making fun of the whole city of Dayton.
Oh, buzzing.
It's just you pointing at people on the street. Ha ha, heroin.
I really thought Dayton
You're
was...
wrong! Crack!
I was going to say Dayton is more of a meth town, isn't it?
No, Dayton's heroin.
If you head out toward Preble County, that's the meth.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the meth in Preble County. You can tell by the number of teeth.
And Riverside is where they make it. That's why
Right.
there's so many exploded houses.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah. That will happen.
Yeah.
yeah. It's good to know where you get your proper drugs from. You want heroin?
I can
show.
show you what's the Aladdin thing. I don't know.
I can show you
Yeah, there you
drugs.
go. Yeah. A whole new world.
Yeah.
Indeed.
A high new world. Sorry.
Keep going.
No, it's so bad. No.
Have you ever written parodies? You should.
I did one for the Frozen song, and it's called Let Them Go, and it's about taking off your bra.
Oh, okay.
It's on YouTube somewhere. I don't know. Not my finest hour. I don't like doing parodies, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the lyrics are clever, but I don't know. I like doing my own stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I bet it has like a cover band feel to it.
yeah. I just,
Except different words.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's parodies have been done to death.
Well, yeah,
Everybody
and
did, yeah.
Weird Al sort of
Yeah,
has that
yeah.
cornered.
Yeah,
So-
he was in town not too long ago. Like,
Phrase again?
at the Phrase Pavilion.
I've seen him twice at Phrase.
Yeah.
I've never seen him. I take that back. I did years ago. I actually volunteered as an usher at Memorial Hall when it was still in existence. And I ushered one of Weird Al's shows at Memorial Hall, so I could get in for free.
There you go.
That's
and backstage. So it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you kick him out by accident?
Yeah.
So you're not allowed back here.
Hold on. I know he's probably sick to death of this question, but is that rumor that he's actually an albino? Is that true?
I don't think
I
so.
don't believe so. No.
Okay. I mean, I've been hearing that like ever since
I've never heard that,
learned.
actually.
Really? I used to listen to him on Dr. Demento.
Yeah.
And because I'm a huge obviously huge Dr. Demento fan, especially the old school stuff. So, yeah, I just wondered. That was always a rumor that I heard
I'd
growing
never
up,
heard that,
and
so.
when I was carrying around my "Eat It" album. Yep.
Back in the day, yeah, that was good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
So, John, what have you been up to? back to you. Have you ever written parodies?
No, I've never written a parody. We used to just make them up on the fly when we were younger, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've done that.
sometimes they work. Usually,
I've
it's
written a
just
few
terrible.
parodies, but never
Are you
recorded.
musically inclined at all?
I can play guitar a little bit, but that's about it. My dad plays banjo.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Why am I not surprised?
yeah, I know. It's fitting from us.
Yeah.
I am from Atlanta, so
Oh,
there you go.
really?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that about you.
I
Moved
didn't
here.
either. You
Yeah,
learned something
Learning
every
the
day.
finer
Yeah.
points of John.
moved
And you
here
moved
when I
to
was like,
Dayton for the heroin?
yes. Yes. Started with selling, but I broke that second rule.
You
So
got to start somewhere. You got, which is don't get high on your own supply. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue with you guys. Wow. So how long did you move from Atlanta, like right after high school?
no, we moved when I was about two or
Oh,
three.
okay. So-
Because
so you didn't grow up in Atlanta?
no, but,
Okay.
but the values are still there. But
Right. Well, yeah. That
from
kind
what
of,
I'm told, and I don't know if my dad was telling the truth or not, but from what I'm told, we were run out of Atlanta by the Mexican mafia because my mom worked with one of the gang members' girlfriends. He was beating her. My mom was like, leave him, come live with us. So she lived with my mom and my dad. He thought my dad was sleeping with her and threatened my dad and was just kept driving by like constantly. My dad said he sat out on the porch with a shotgun and a glass Coke bottles filled with gasoline and nails.
Wow.
And then finally we just moved to Dayton where my grandma lived. This is what I'm told. I don't know if it's true. I hope it is because it's pretty.
gotta
That's a
be.
great
It's
story.
pretty
Gotta
gangster.
be,
It's
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
gangster.
That is tough. I didn't know there was a Mexican mafia, as in Mexican mafia. I
think there's a-
cartels.
Yeah, there's
or
a
something,
mafia for
but I didn't-
everything.
I was going to say, yeah.
There's a
everything-
comedy
I
mafia.
knew the
There
cartels
is a comedy
and everything like that, but I didn't know there was a Mexican. Did they put the accent different so it's like mafia?
Mafia.
So,
El
True.
mafia.
El mafia.
true story. I have a leather jacket that I painted in my very early days of comedy, and it actually says Comedy Mafia.
Nice.
So I don't wear it out because now I'm like, that's dumb. Because now I'm like into comedy and I know what it's like.
We
but-
should start a comedy bike gang.
There you go. Yeah. See, well, when you first start comedy, a lot of the things that you think are funny, you just look at later and think, "Yeah, that was pretty dumb."
Oh, yeah.
Like most of my material.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
could take back like 20 emails that I sent to bookers when I had no business doing so, burn those bridges real quick.
Yeah.
And
That's one thing that I'm glad I haven't started to try to venture out to other clubs too much because at least if I do it now, I know I'm ready.
Right.
I can
Right.
live up to what I would be telling them.
right.
Oh yeah, because I was booking when I first started. I was like 3 shows in. I'm like booking every show
Yeah.
I can
Yep.
possibly get.
Yep.
And
Well,
it
yeah.
was-
3 shows in, I was ready to move
Yep,
to
can you
LA.
do 20 minutes? Yep, sure
Yeah.
can. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Only 3 of them
No.
are going to be good,
They're
but
going to be the
you
worst
can't.
20 minutes you ever heard, but I can do it.
Yeah.
I actually, my first paid show, I did 20 minutes of solid death. It was crap. And it was material that worked in other places,
Yep.
but it didn't work in an empty auditorium with about 12 people that all knew
And
each
you
other.
don't
It was-
know that yet when
Right,
you start now.
exactly.
You're like,
Yeah.
these jokes worked here, and they're going to work everywhere.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just funny. That's all there is to it. You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a savant at this.
Yes,
I am
exactly,
the best
exactly.
comedian ever.
Because I've actually heard that one of the worst things that can happen as a comic when you're first starting out is for your first show to do really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you
It
think
sets your
you're invincible.
expectations.
'Cause I had 2 shows that went really well,
Yep.
And my third show just was devastating. So
I was the same way, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I think if I would have bombed the first time, I might not have continued to do it. So it's actually kind of a good thing that the first one was good.
What was your first? Let's talk about
Here.
what your first comedy.
My first comedy was Don's first comedy show. We started. Well, he had one before.
I
but
did one involved with Wright State, but my first one outside of Wright State was the same night as John did his first set right here at Wiley's.
Right here.
And how did it go?
Well, it was pretty. It went pretty good. I stole a Bill Hicks joke. Yep. Which
Rookie move.
Yeah, I was
Rookie
like, oh, nobody would know this. Everyone in the crowd knew immediately, and it was just dead silent. And I was just like,
Yeah.
And then I dropped my notes and was fishing around for them, and that was probably the funniest part of my set was me going, "Oh, I don't need those," and then 3 seconds later, slowly reaching down and grabbing my notes again. That was the biggest laugh I got of the entire thing.
That's beautiful.
I vaguely remember because, of course, I was a wreck that night.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. I did not go up with notes that night. And my set went pretty well, actually well enough that it was Joanne Viscup and Mike Canistero were running Wiley Sunday Comics at the time, actually convinced me after that to sign up for fireworks competition.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just give us
Convinced me.
$25.
You're so
You
funny.
can-
It's like, nope, you want $25.
Yeah.
I see that now.
Yeah.
But I did make it to the finals.
Did
Wow.
you?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, my fourth show I ever did was in the competition. My fifth show was in the finals.
Yeah, I did that.
No idea how that happened.
I did that same competition, and I bombed the hardest. I think,
Oh, you did that same one?
probably to this day, probably the hardest I've ever bombed.
No, in the
it
finals.
was just
the finals.
silence.
I bombed. I bombed in the finals.
Yeah.
I did. I was not on.
Wow. Huh.
I've been in that contest for 5 years straight, and I have lost every single time. I made it to the finals once.
You've been to the final? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and then
good. That's
Doug Morgan and Wendy and Carl won that year.
Yeah, okay, I remember that year. There was only 1 year I couldn't be here for it because I was banned. But out of 5 years, I've competed 3 times, made it to the finals twice. My
Nice.
first time, and then this past time, I made it to the finals.
Which you had to disqualify.
Which didn't matter anyway. Even I didn't win, but if I would have, I didn't win.
Yeah.
Would have looked really bad if one of the owners of the club won the $1,000 prize.
Yeah, that would look a little bad.
Yeah,
Oh, good, we can get a new thermostat.
Yeah, I think.
Pet compressor. Man, maybe you should have. This.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my word.
But no, I heard a little bit of grief from me actually advancing to the finals, and I thought, you know what? I was in this competition last year, and I was an owner.
Yeah.
Nobody had a problem with it. Oh,
But
because I
it's 'cause you
didn't
didn't advance.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't funnier than you that time.
Yep, exactly.
Or I wasn't funnier than the people you brought thought you were. That's what.
That's the big one.
Yeah. And of course, that was my answer to that. It's like, well, wait a minute. I had 2 people here.
Yeah, your friends
Your
voted
friends
for me.
put me in, so thank them for
them,
me.
yeah.
But enough about me. John, this show's really about you today.
Is
Yeah.
it?
So I don't know.
Oh, shucks.
It's supposed to be.
Supposed
Whether
to
it's
be.
gonna be, that's
Yeah.
a whole
See, I
other-
go
this-
back and forth.
I think this is the first time I've been on alone.
It is, because
Yeah.
usually you need a ride.
Yeah, exactly. This time I happen to be coming to work.
Right, yeah, no Travis to bring in.
Yeah.
Who brought you last? I think last time you did the show at the station, I ended up driving you home.
Yep. It was, who was it? Johnny?
Johnny, I think.
Yeah.
I think Johnny, because he had to leave early then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your first solo show,
Yeah.
my friend.
I want a badge.
Yeah, it's tanking. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's cool. Just play the laugh track. Just play the laugh track.
Right. Oh, yeah. I do that through most of this. It's just my laughter, but, I play it over several times, and it sounds like an echo effect to where you think it's just one really big fat guy laughing.
I can give you some comedy snippets from my new album.
Yeah.
Just
There you go.
people laughing.
Yeah,
Then
give
it's
me some of
genuine.
your snippets.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Now listen, buddy, you're not getting into my snippets.
Oh, man.
Oh. Are you writing that down?
Yeah.
Getting into Charlie snippets.
Damn it. That's
Sorry, hold on,
amazing.
hold on. Let me. Might as well get myself into more trouble.
Don't drag me into this.
If the FCC is listening, I am not affiliated with the Life. I am an independent.
I am merely an employee of Wiley's.
Yeah, you have your own life, so. We have a roast coming up now. Are you
I saw
involved
that
in
for
that?
Andrew Matitis,
Andrew
right?
Matitis.
Andrew Meta something or other. What's his name?
Is that not how you say it? I thought it was Matitis. Meticitis.
That's all Greek to me.
It sounds like a medical condition.
Yeah, I got meticitis.
Is the roast not starting now?
My
My apologies.
No, it's starting right
we
now.
can recycle some of this crap for it. Because he hasn't really done much, so we'll need all the extra material we can get.
Yeah.
I just want to, who's going to be writing his jokes?
Exactly. I think we talked about that because one of the things I kind of want to do. I don't know if I want this out there yet because it might. Nobody's listening to this.
Yeah, I was going to say who's going to listen.
One of the things I'm going to do when he gets up for his rebuttal, I'm going to be back behind at on the dais with cue cards with different comics' names on it, trying to figure out who wrote the joke for him.
If it doesn't work, Dan Andrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
If it does, Mike Wells.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That'll be fun.
It'll
be fun.
Do you guys like roasts?
Oh, I love them.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the old roasts, like when it was Friars Club before Comedy Central screwed them up.
Yeah.
When it was all the like Foster Brooks and all the old guys that were,
Yeah.
I don't like the new
and
TV
Don
roast.
Rickles. Don Rickles was brilliant.
He was a
when
national
roast.
treasure.
Absolutely. That guy was watching some of his stuff. I ain't sure he got a little racist, but a
little,
a lot. But he was so quick, and he was that was just he was brilliantly racist. I guess is the.
I'm not touching that one.
Well, if you're going to do it, be really good at it. I guess.
I like being in them. I like being in a roast. I don't really like watching them anymore.
So, do you just like being mean?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
that's
John?
Well,
pretty much
mean
it,
with a punchline.
Right.
So you like being mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Funny mean. Funny mean.
So that's
Hurtful,
like
but-
growing up. Me and my friends, that's all we did was just make fun of each other. So I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
See, my one brother, my oldest brother, he decided one year. Well, his girlfriend decided for him that he wanted a roast for his birthday. Now, his girlfriend did not fully understand what a roast was. She thought we'd get up and tell funny stories about him.
No.
Anecdotal.
I have 4 brothers altogether.
Right.
And my oldest brother has had a bit of an unusual life. He's now schizophrenic and has been for several years, won't leave his house. And this was before all that kind of happened.
So you
like
steered
to think
into
we
it.
kind of pushed in that direction with the roast. Oh, we were brutal. We were hardcore. My mom was mad.
Yeah.
Because and it was fun. It was a blast. We were all drunk as can be, but we tore him to pieces.
Well, let it be.
And one of the things I said, I was like, "How did you expect us not to do this? You've given us everything we need to do it."
Yeah.
Because we're talking about a guy that his just a beautiful tragic comedy with him throughout his entire existence and.
Well, let it be known here on the Life Radio Show, Charlie Hester does not ever want a roast. Ever.
We're roasting you next. You didn't know?
No, I won't show up. You guys, I'll walk right off stage, be like, nope, can't do it. Yeah, I've tried like the roast battles, and I've been on. Well, I've done one roast battle and then one roast show. And it is not good for me, and it is not good for the people I'm roasting. I'm just, I cannot be mean like that.
I can.
Yeah,
I can see that. You're too positive a person. So.
Yeah, and I don't like conflict, even when it's pretend. So yeah.
Well, we're going to be roasting Andrew. It's not pretend.
Yeah, I get it.
Just kidding. We love you, Andrew.
You see, he posted about it and was like, I want to do a roast for my birthday. I was like, you have to achieve something to be roasted.
Yeah, buzzing.
Got to do something first.
Look at you writing that material already.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll be fun. It'll be a good.
Yeah,
time.
you guys will have a
good
great time, and I will be probably driving somewhere,
Yeah, and
not
peeing-
there,
peeing
and
in a
enjoying
cup, yeah.
myself.
We'll
You'll
record
be
it.
driving somewhere and peeing in a cup.
Shut up.
I love the snort. I'm gonna find that snort somewhere
And just clip
in
it?
1901. I'm
Stop
gonna
it!
find that.
No!
And there's-
Don't
that's
make
just
fun of my...
that's gonna be part of my new promo.
Yeah.
No!
Hi, welcome Don Smith on the live radio.
I love it though. I'm not making fun. That is we. One night for Sunday Comics, there was a young lady in the audience.
Oh,
and she would
yeah.
laugh and snort like that if a joke was good enough.
Yeah.
And I caught her in the hallway and I said, I want to thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming, because I got her to snort when I was on. Oh man, that
She's
to
a
me,
snorter.
Yes, it's almost that same sensation. If you can get a snort, snorting is results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm gonna pee. Oh,
Well, that would be a snort, wouldn't it?
it would be. Oh, wow.
But no, that's. I told her in the
Yeah.
hallway. She's like, "Well, I stopped going to comedy clubs for years because people make fun of me." And I told her, I said, "If anybody makes fun of you tonight,
Right.
you tell me who it is, and I will punch them in
Yes.
the nuts
Yeah.
as hard as I can while they're on stage.
Yeah.
Because we need more people like you in this audience."
No, it adds.
It does.
When you're
It's-
when
it-
you're
it's-
on stage, it is awesome
It's
to have.
genuine.
Absolutely.
Nobody fakes a snort.
Right.
Like you can
Right.
fake a laugh. You
well,
know,
you can fake a snort, but not in the middle of a comedy club where you know you're going to be made fun of for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not going to fake that. That's real.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's the highest
Yeah.
form of laughter.
I
right
love
there.
snorting too, but it's
Well, that's
a little
different.
different.
Yeah, that's a different thing, yeah.
Yeah, my big thing when I'm at shows, and I don't know if you guys do this, but because I've been to so many open mics, I've seen so many comics. It doesn't have the same effect on me as it does with like an audience who's not used to it. But if a joke is really good, then I start snort laughing, and then I always do the God damn it, man, like that. But it's just kind of like, and then people know, oh, she really liked that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of my Charlieisms.
Yeah. Snorting is results.
Snorting is results.
I might have to write that down.
That's very.
We're gonna have a nice little pamphlet at the end of this, aren't you?
I got all kinds of stuff.
So many options.
Yeah. I'm going to overload myself with options, and then I just won't have anything. It'll be completely untitled
Yeah.
because I ran out of things.
I
to
couldn't
do with
decide.
time.
That's
Exactly.
going to be the name of the episode.
Yep, undecided.
Wow. So now you're working here.
Yep.
Yep, yeah, this is our newest employee here at Wiley's Comedy Club.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I want a raise.
You deserve it. You deserve it, actually. Well, to be honest, we brought you in at a pretty we set the bar pretty high when we brought you in, and that's sad. No, I will say we've been complimented on our food now.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, we have received compliments about the food looking good.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you take pride in your work. I will
Well, I
give you
mean,
that.
I've done it all my life, so
Yeah, so it's practice.
Yeah.
You're just good at it.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. You're going to put Wiley's on the map for its cuisine.
for its nachos.
Do you
Yes.
do you enjoy cooking?
No, not really.
no.
Not really.
You just do it because it's a job.
I mean, I've done it. It's one of the. It's like a tradesman that hates his trade.
Yeah.
Like I've learned
Most
it.
of us.
I've done it. It's just second nature to me. I can do it.
Right.
So it's easy money most of the time. But
Yeah.
I don't like it. I would much rather be doing stand up
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
or I don't know, probably even working at a gas station.
Yeah, a little bit anything.
Yeah.
Really.
That's such a good thing to say in front of your boss.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Not this
be
one.
working
This
at a
is
gas
actually
station.
the better job that I've worked at, just because it's like I didn't think it was going to be this slow, but it is.
Sadly, you're right.
Yeah, but I'm used to making like 1,000 tacos a day. When I come here, I got to make a couple hundred nachos at most.
Yeah. Maybe we should start selling tacos.
There you go.
Yeah.
It'd be cheap.
Yeah.
Got the beef for it.
That's true. That's you get the beef.
It's what's for dinner.
Yeah. You got the beef for tacos. That could be another title. Man,
Now I want tacos.
does sound good. I
It
haven't
does.
had tacos. And let's wrap this crap up early and go get something to eat. I haven't eaten all day.
I
had
haven't
like a
either.
protein shake for
Yeah.
breakfast.
This
and
show's
that's
all
it.
about you, John. Let's wrap this up early.
We got what we
Thanks
need.
for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. We
Still
are
can't
hungry.
compete
Well, he's
with
got to get to
tacos.
work. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we don't
We'll
want to
make
keep
us
him.
some tacos. We don't need 1,000. Just
Yeah,
like a couple each.
just a couple hundred. That's all.
Oh.
But no, we definitely hope to make you busier. That's
the
you
goal.
know, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
Although last night surprised me.
Yeah.
Because we had like 10 reservations
Yeah.
last
And it
night. We
actually
ended
kinda
up with
filled
like
out.
over 30 people in here.
Nice.
So yeah, it ended up it was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show because it was the showcase of the
Of all the
yeah,
fireworks.
the fireworks finalists, the
First
almost
losers.
show. Yeah, the first losers.
Oh. So now with that, do all of the people who were like, it's just the finalists?
Just
Yeah.
the finalists. doing
Okay,
the,
so it's not
yeah.
everybody again.
Not everybody. Just the, well.
Yeah, we're just
I
gonna
think-
run it again. Just come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Bring all your
well,
people out.
the show tonight. We do have.
That'd be smart though.
We do have the winners going
Yeah.
to be on the
Zaid.
tonight show. Yeah, Zaid.
Zaldi?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah, I've not seen him before,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't see his set. So
He does
I
a pretty great Trump impression. I'm just gonna say, and that
Does
is
he?
shocking. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway,
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, just ask
I
him.
won't be here to see him tonight either. So, no offense, Zaid.
Ditching
I
out
just
again?
won't be here. I'm ditching out again, John.
What do you have to do, Don?
Something else.
anything else?
I love this
Anything
place,
but
and
be here.
I will love it tonight when I'm not here.
From afar.
Yes, sometimes you just have to love things from a distance
Yeah.
in order to really appreciate it.
That's what my mom says.
That's yeah.
Get out! I changed the locks.
That's no comment.
Wow.
It'll be all right. It'll be all
I'm
right.
just dreaming about tacos.
Yeah. No, yeah. You got tacos stuck in stuck in
Tacos.
my head now. So where's a good place for tacos, John?
The place on 3rd Street. I can't even pronounce it. It's so authentic. Texacara something.
Oh, Taqueria Mexteca.
yeah. Right next
Yeah.
to Big Daddy's.
Is it? Are they really good?
Yeah. It's the best in
Please
Ohio,
tell me
or
Big
Dayton.
Daddy's is a strip club.
No, it's a drive-through.
It's
It's
a gas station.
Drive through. Yeah.
What do they sell? Like burgers?
The drive-through?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like a mini mart. Yeah. It's like a gas station drive-through.
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's totally an Ohio thing.
That is where I bought cigarettes for the first time
The first time ever you
Yep.
bought cigarettes? Oh, okay.
when I was 16.
Of course.
God bless you, Big Daddies.
Yeah,
Keep 'em-
there was this Ohio station when I was growing up, and that's where I bought cigarettes for the first time. I believe I was 12.
Oh, God, Don. Well, you quit, so.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that was a long time ago, and at 12 I still had the beard, John. So it didn't matter. I was. An
Let me
early
get a
adult.
pack of Newports.
It was just a
no,
very
Mar-
different
Marlboro-
color.
Well, of
Marlboro
course,
Red.
yeah.
Yeah. I could never get into menthol. I
That's
just
got to be
couldn't.
menthol.
Couldn't
If it's
do it.
not a
Couldn't do
menthol, I don't even want it.
it. Yeah. I
No,
never could
that's a
do it.
lie. I will smoke a full flavor.
Oh yeah,
but-
if it's free, you're going to.
yeah.
All right, well, we should go ahead and take a break. And what do I got playing on this break? Hey, look at that, Potter's Field. Imagine.
Imagine
That
that.
is so strange. I never play that.
No, you don't.
I actually, when I was on the way up to South Bend the other day, I was passing through Van Wert, Ohio, and
Mm-hmm.
I sent Potter a message. I said, "Dude, are you still in Van Wert? Because that used to be his place. I was going to stop by and have a beer with him because I haven't seen this. I haven't seen Don and Don Potter's Field. I haven't seen him in, jeez, I bet 3 or 4 years since I've actually run into him. And we were good buddies in high school. We were in a band in high school. I used to sing heavy metal. But yeah.
Oh, to get a hold of those tapes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do not exist anywhere.
Damn.
We never recorded anything, and it was for the best. I was in a couple metal bands in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was in a metal band called Slow Intentional Damage.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. That could be another title for this. See, you're going to overload me with titles because I think "Slow Intentional Damage" is another good title for this radio
Yeah,
show.
the
in
only
general.
problem is when
kind of
people-
like a long
When-
public defecation.
But when people would like abbreviate it, it's SIDS. which is not. It's terrible. I know.
That's
I know.
metal.
It's so bad.
That is beautiful.
I felt like horrible about that. But I remember the very first concert I did, because the guy was like, he kept kicking out lead singers. And because he just couldn't find anybody that he liked. And so the very first show, I showed up in this like little plaid skirt with my suspenders, and I'd made a t-shirt that said lead singer number 8. And he was so mad at me. And I just thought it was funny. And
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Lead singer with SIDS.
So, yep.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and play some Pottersfield. The song is My Victims, and we will be back here shortly.
I'm just proud to be a part of the American judicial system. Judaical. Judaical system? No. Juridecimal system. That ain't right.
The only ist I am is a scientist.
Got an 8-stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Mister, for my pistol.
Go, John!
Got a mid-stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Mr. from the store.
Ah, you fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
What's that?
I like all the tacos.
Perfect. Hey, welcome back to the Life Radio Show.
Is that how we opened it?
Exactly. I've done that to her every time we've come back. I'll start recording and get her to say something silly. Now she loves all the tacos. And so do I. Tacos are fantastic. Hey, I'm your host, Don Smith. Did I say that right? I don't know.
Sondith.
What, your name?
Sondith.
Yeah, it felt weird. I don't know. Not even smoked anything. We're still here with Charlie Hester, still my go-host.
Go-host.
Are you my go-host?
What is going on, Don?
She's my go-to
I'm
co-host.
just going along with
Yeah.
whatever Don says.
Sweet.
No, I'm really not.
I know it.
No.
John Morris.
Hey.
Still in the studio, then not in the studio. Still in the
still in the
showroom.
non-studio.
Still in the non-studio, yes.
He still has not made us tacos.
And he still has not made us, or nachos.
And I'm not gonna,
And
unless
he's
you
not
pay
gonna.
me.
Aw.
Well, he's not on the clock yet.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll come back at 6.
Cheese
There
is
you go,
cold.
there you go.
Give me your best
Cheese-
plate
cheese
of
is
nachos.
cold.
Cheese is cold.
Oh, cheese is cold.
Yeah.
I thought he said
Yeah, I got one of those
cold.
Jesus colds. It's
Yep.
it's
Yep.
weighing me down.
Yeah, Jesus cold.
I feel like 3
I love
days I'll
those
be
beer
good to go.
fans. What's that?
I feel like in 3 days I'll be good to go.
Okay, yeah, you feel like you've risen from the dead
Yeah.
at that point. That's good.
Nailed it.
Anyway,
bad.
we're back on the radio show.
Nice
Should we
lull.
hit some news stories? Should we dive right into this crap, or just should we ease into it?
I don't ask me questions.
Okay,
Is
perfect.
Chubbs back again?
Yep, Chubbs is back. That was a callback to damn. How long ago was
Oh,
that?
it's at
episode?
least
That's
3 months.
that's longer than that.
Yeah.
I feel like that one was like last year sometime.
Chubbs is back. I don't even remember what the story was.
It was an alligator named
Okay.
Chubbs that
Yeah.
was down. It was a big old alligator down in
Florida.
In Florida,
Yeah.
and at a golf course, and they nicknamed him Chubbs.
And he is back.
They thought he was gone for a while, and then he was back. And John thought that sounded like you were, sound like a fat guy you haven't seen in a while.
Yep. And then,
See you later, alligator.
Chubbs is back. This is not your average catch of the day. A sheriff's office in Oregon recently disclosed it hauled dozens of electric scooters and bicycles out of a major river in Portland. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office said Wednesday on Twitter the department's dive team recovered a total of 57 scooters and bikes over a 2-day period in the Willamette River in Portland. The team had to quit early because they needed a bigger boat, the sheriff's office said. Apparently they were looking for Jaws, too.
And I quote,
Yep.
we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yep. Officials told Fox 12 the dive team found 15 scooters in May during a training exercise before dredging up dozens more this week. The scooter brands include Razor, Lime, and Bird. So, yeah, somebody apparently is
Not a fan.
serial killer in Portland, Oregon is knocking off scooter drivers. And
Not
God bless him.
Yeah.
Because if ever there was a group of people.
Do you guys have the rental
No,
scooters?
not here.
Not here, because they have them
Cincinnati,
over in
they do.
Indianapolis. I saw them over
Yeah.
there. We have rental bicycles. You have the little green bikes.
Yeah,
you
but
can
that
drive
like
right
requires
around.
effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I want to just ride something and have it be easy.
Cincinnati has them.
Don't look at me like that, Don. Shut up. That is not what I meant.
Well, if you're going to put it that way.
I give up. Go ahead, John. What were you saying that was probably not at all.
Cincinnati has them.
Oh, do
Oh,
they?
okay.
I really want. But really, like, I would love to do those.
I would, but I don't feel like I could enjoy it just knowing how I look.
What do you mean? How you look?
Like a grown man on a scooter is not.
Well,
What's
you just
wrong
got to
with that?
ride around saying, "Jump this back." That's all good then.
That and a scooter killed my father, so
Oh, okay. Well,
there's
okay,
actually a
okay.
vendetta there. No,
That was a
did-
Mexican mafia.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he did break his collarbone on one though.
Really?
Oh, nice, nice.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I think there's something fun about it. And I'm the girl who like rides the shopping cart back to her car. That's my thing.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I do that. I don't care if people laugh at me. It's fun.
See, my brother got it's one of those go-karts. The thing will go up like 45 miles an hour.
That's a real go-kart.
Oh, it is so much fun. It's got the little cage on it. I was over there one day, decided to have a little drink, and he wanted to see me drive it. And I know how he is. He figured I'd be a little timid because I'd never driven this thing before. Scared him to death. Oh, man. He recently had his driveway redone, so there was a big bump right there, and I come tooling around that corner. He's in the passenger side because it's a two-seater, and I hit that. We went airborne. All four shocks bottomed out when we hit. And he's going, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm just laughing. I was like, we got this. Bouncing around corners. I had a time of my life.
I don't
and he
have to
was
pay for
scared
this
to
thing
death.
to be fixed.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like I didn't spend $1,200 on this. You did.
Wow.
It was it.
We
1,200.
rode that. What's that?
That's it. 1,200.
That's all. He got a good deal on it. Yeah, he got a good deal on it. Oh, it was totally worth it. It was.
Yeah.
We had as much fun that night as that's just $1,200 worth the hookers and blow would get you.
And exactly how much is that, Don? I don't know the street value.
It depends on the
3.6.
city. It depends on the city. It's a little more expensive out in Vegas. You know, Dayton. That's actually that $1,200 will take
Crack
you a
rock
long
bottom prices.
way. Yeah, it'll take you a long way with Dayton hookers and blow. That is.
Oh,
I mean, the quality's not quite the same,
No.
but you make up for it in quantity.
Yeah.
And itch. It itches for days.
I don't think cocaine's supposed to make you itch.
What's that?
I don't think cocaine's supposed to make you itch.
It depends on what you're snorting it off of, I guess. Oh, moving on.
Yep.
Chinese men have been banned from sporting so-called Beijing bikinis after they were deemed uncivilized by authorities in the city of Jinan. Each summer, men across China rolled up their T-shirts above the stomach as cities swelter in the heat. The cooling method is said to be based on a theory in traditional Chinese medicine where exposing one's midriff helps air out the warm qi energy around the internal organs. But authorities in Jinan, a city of around 8.7 million people in Shandong province, have ordered people not to adapt their tops into Beijing bikinis. That's control from your government right there, where you can't even...
So are they allowed to? Can they just go shirtless?
I would think so.
Yeah, they just can't roll their shirt up.
Yeah, I think it's
What?
disrespectful to their shirt, I guess. No, they probably can't go shirtless. If it's uncivilized to roll your shirt up like
Yeah.
that, that's just...
Wow.
Yeah, that's too much control. A place like Shandong,
Yeah.
you'd think you'd have a little more freedom.
Shandong.
I guess it Shantdong
Shant.
would be.
It's
yeah.
shant.
Yeah, if you Shantdong here. That's weird. That's just dumb. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Then again,
for
when
that.
you
I'm a
got that
moron.
many people just packed together, you got to make some rules.
That's true. That's true.
That's
Yeah,
just too
it's-
many people living together.
Can you imagine the belly button lint if everybody went around in their Beijing bikinis? Yeah. They'd open up a new T-shirt factory over there. Put the Malaysians right out of business.
Put them kids to work.
Oh,
What's that?
Put them kids to work.
you guys, come on. Oh,
Yeah, good call, John.
mercy. Next news story.
Next news story. A woman filmed licking a tub of ice cream before putting it back
Not
in
much better.
putting it back in a supermarket freezer faces up to 20 years in prison.
What?
The footage, which has been viewed by more than 11 million times, is believed to have been shot in a branch of Walmart, of course, in Lufkin, Texas. Police statement said, "Our detectives are working to confirm the identity of the female suspect seen in a viral video licking of her licking a half-gallon of Bluebell Tin Roof ice cream in a Lufkin Walmart store around 11 p.m. June 28th. Once her identity is verified, detectives will proceed in getting a warrant for her arrest on a charge of second-degree felony tampering with a consumer product. 20 years.
20 years.
Ice cream. That is harsh. You thought the Beijing bikinis were something. Welcome to America.
Yeah. Don't you lick our ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. That's how dare you lick my Bluebells. That's what.
There's your episode. Man.
There it is. I'm writing it down. How dare you lick my Bluebell?
Wow.
Isn't that something?
20 years? That
20
seems.
years.
They're not going to give her 20 years,
Was she
right?
just like getting like the frosty part on the outside of the bucket? Because they come in those like plastic buckets, right?
No, what it was. Because
Have you seen the video, John? You saw
I
the
saw
video.
part of the video. It popped up on Facebook somewhere in one of those viral thread things, and it's somebody playing a practical joke. She pulled the top off, licked the ice cream, put it back on, stuck it back in. That's all it is. Yeah, it's for somebody else to go by and buy pre-licked ice cream.
That's actually kind of funny. I'm sorry.
Well, don't do it.
Well, don't do it in
20
Lufkin,
years.
Texas, and
No, I
Walmart, because that's
won't.
20 years in prison.
Whoa.
Could you imagine having to tell that? Like, why are you here? Murder. Why are you here? Licked an ice cream.
In a women's prison, John, you'd be
Well,
pretty
yeah,
proud. You're just saying.
Vanilla is the new black.
Sherbert. Sherbert's the new black.
Sherbert.
Yeah.
Aw.
If it was
Wow.
rainbow sherbet, she was diverse.
Oh.
Happy Pride Month.
I can't get over that. 20 years.
Yeah, that is. This is.
For licking ice cream.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever pull the lid off of like ice cream or butter and you laugh when it looks like a boob?
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
going to
or it looks like a butt. Sometimes it looks like.
I was
going to
say.
Really?
Sometimes
I've never
butthole
had
looks
butt
like a
butter.
snake. You never had
Butt
butt butter? You need to pull the top off more butter.
No.
Country crock.
I
Country
know.
crock.
It's always a nipple.
That's not butter. That's margarine.
That is
It
my
is
bad.
margarine. Yeah.
My bad. Well, I've
Told
seen
you, I've been
they're
doing
like
this my
inverted
entire
nipples.
life.
You know, it just doesn't work the same. I've never seen them bounce up like a,
Really?
Yeah.
I just must know how to pick them.
You know how to pick your nipples. That's good.
I know how to pick my
Man,
nipples.
so many show titles.
I know how to pick my butter butt.
Pick my butter butt. Damn it, John. I gotta write that one down. Pick my butter butt.
Wow.
I love this show, guys.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Pick my butter butt. As long as you don't pick my butt butter. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
All right.
On. In Lithuania, the rat race of life apparently starts early. 25 babies have taken to the red carpet in Lithuania in a crawling race as their parents, grandparents, and onlookers cheered the spectacle. Saturday's event in Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania, was the 20th annual event staged by a local radio station to mark International Children's Day, celebrated in this Baltic nation on June 1st. Teams waved toys and even banged baby food cans to spur the 7 to 11-month-old baby girls and boys to move faster on the carpet. An 11-month-old baby boy named Ignis, poor kid, managed to crawl over a few meters and reach the finish line first.
Aw.
Baby races.
It's way better than what they do at the Vatican for National Baby Day.
I'm sure. They have to do with licking the ice cream.
You get 20 years for that, too.
Or, just relocated.
Yeah.
Right. Right, yeah. To a different parish.
Interesting.
Yeah, the baby race. And
Have you
the
ever-
Lithuanian baby race.
have you ever been
That would
to,
be
like-
another
Baby
good-
racists. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
baby races.
Have you guys ever been to like duck races or frog races or anything like that?
They do
Is that a
the
thing?
wiener dog
Is that anything
races
like
here.
a cockfight? Is that?
Yeah, almost.
Shut up.
They do dachshund races here.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They block the street off and just a bunch of wiener
Well,
dogs.
yeah, because you don't want a bunch of them hit by cars.
Just
Yeah.
a bunch of wieners running around free.
Right. That's the most Dayton thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's not pit bulls, but we're getting
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Well, I know in Roachdale, Indiana, my best friend was raised there, and they have the world annual roach races.
Roachdale,
Gross.
Indiana.
Yeah,
That's-
and they race roaches.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Right.
Yeah.
I usually just smoke them.
No comment.
Yeah, I did not know they were. They can race about anything, I guess. Do they bang baby food cans to get the roots? That's the part that cracks me.
Yeah,
up,
that's
is
a
they're
weird.
banging-
It's a weird thing to say.
It's like, does the kid really know what you're banging on? Is that you're just scaring a little kid right now. It just- yeah.
So do they like raise money or anything for it, or that's just what they do?
I don't think they have to pay the babies. They don't really. Have oh, you mean like a charity thing?
Well, the kid is
I
now.
can imagine it doesn't say. It just says they do it to celebrate International Children's Day.
Yeah, the kid is now king of Lithuania. Is what
Right.
happens. Yeah.
Well, if it's International Children's Day, can any baby enter?
No.
Can we enter a baby from the States? Can
No.
we throw in a ringer?
Baby Olympics. Can we start a baby Olympics?
that we should. Yeah, we should. If they can race them in Lithuania.
Well, they have the puppy Super Bowl.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. I wonder if they test them for performance enhancing drugs.
Performance enhancing pugs.
No, I mean the babies.
I quit.
At some point, since we're talking about babies and all that stuff.
Nope. You ain't trapping me.
No. H. John Benjamin on his I think it was on his show, H. John Benjamin Has a Van. He does baby pranks, and they're the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's so bad.
We tricked this baby into getting into a blender.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like really stupid stuff, and they're very funny. So he
Baby
comes in,
pranks,
and he comes in, and he's like, "I'm your dad," and the baby's just looking at him. He's like, "No, I'm your dad," and the baby starts crying. He's like, "You've been baby pranked," and it's so freaking
that is
genius.
dumb but hilarious at the same time.
I know that man's a genius. Anyway, so watch H. John Benjamin Has a Van. It's
Let's
good
check
stuff.
that
It sounds weird.
It is.
Yeah, especially when he has
Baby
a van
pranks.
and
Get in
he's
this
pranking-
van.
Yeah, exactly. That's where. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Next news story.
Authorities say an 11-foot alligator busted through a kitchen window. And
Give
broke
me
several
big.
Can't even let me get through it, John. Authorities say an 11-foot alligator busted through a kitchen window and broke several bottles of red wine in a Florida home before it was captured. Police tweeted that the gator was removed from Mary Witchhusen's Clearwater condominium early Friday. No one was injured. Witchhusen uses a walker. I don't know why that's relevant to the story, but it said. She told news outlets that the moment she saw the lumbering reptile, she moved into the bedroom, closed the door, and called police. She says she played computer games while waiting for help to arrive. Nothing else to do.
Mainly solitaire.
Little mahjong.
It's okay. She used her walker. How did
Well, maybe she
Get away
used it
very
to
quickly.
like block the door.
Yeah, it just said she uses a walker. That's just a random statement, I
Just
guess.
thought
It's
you
like-
should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to paint a picture.
She didn't want
here.
him to tell her age. She was like, she uses a walker. She's old.
Yep.
She's old. We got to say that, but without giving her age.
Interesting. Well, I mean, but that would be one heck of a surprise to walk
It
into.
would, especially your kitchen window. I mean, I could see if it was like a sliding glass door or something.
Yeah.
But
Right.
how does an alligator get up? It's
It's a lot of effort.
that is.
They're
that
wily
is.
little suckers.
Yeah.
So-
We're in Wiley's.
We are in Wiley's at 101 Pine Street.
Good call. Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the shout out.
Always on brand, baby. Always on brand.
But yeah, how did it must be a lower window or something. I mean, that's weird. That's weird that a gator.
Maybe
would
she's
come
in a
through.
basement of the condo.
That could be
like
that
the
could
bottom
be,
floor.
yeah.
Because her children don't love her.
Yeah.
You're going in the basement,
Yeah.
Ma.
Yeah, Grandma's in the basement.
So,
Oh, I'm getting a call. I'm not taking it. I'm off call, Aaron. I'll call you in a minute.
yep.
A herd of about 180 free-roaming cows in Poland must be slaughtered. Authorities have ruled. They
right.
must be slaughtered.
All right, I'll be back.
Authorities have ruled. To the dismay of
Bring back
activists.
tacos.
Yep, you got plenty of beef.
Yeah.
To the dismay of activists fighting to save them as a cause célèbre for human rights. Left to wander fields in western municipality of Dyshanko, wherever it is, for years. The cows are a threat to public safety and the health of other animals because they have not had proper checks, according to Poland's chief veterinary officer. The owners of the cows are two twin brothers, as opposed to several other twin brothers, just two of them, left them to roam and breed unsupervised, comparing them in one interview to revered holy cows in India. Holy cow. I have instructed the veterinary services that they have to clean up these cows. Clean up these cows! Minister of Agriculture Jan Krzysztof said earlier this month the slaughter would cost about $91,000, because I don't know what a zlotus is.
How much are bullets?
Exactly. That's the thing. The slaughter, it's like, okay, were you going to make that money back when in the beef?
Well, you can't sell them because they haven't been tested.
Yeah. That's the problem.
You can make that money back when you sell the beef on the black market.
There you go.
Jeez, don't these? It's Poland. What are you going to do? Just 180 free roaming cows in Poland must be slaughtered. So for some reason, I feel like I've been reading a news story from 1939.
Yeah.
That's wrong. We need to move on now. The Japanese may be known for their neatness, particularly when it comes to their bed in the morning, but all social norms went out the window on Saturday during qualifying for the All Japan Pillow Fighting Championships.
What?
In Shizuoka Prefecture. In the small fishing town of Ito, 150 kilometers south of Tokyo, teams gathered from across the region to compete in the event that has been one of Japan's quirkiest since 2013. Started by a group of high school children, the game is based on the age-old ritual of pillow fighting. Went away from the supervision.
It's been around for thousands of years.
It's a viable martial art.
The rules are written on papyrus. Yes.
The ancient ninjas developed the
pillow
form.
ninjas.
Yeah,
that's why they're so quiet.
Exactly. Yes.
They were fighting with pillows.
Anyway, but the game is based. I didn't even know it was a game. The game is based on an age-old ritual of pillow fighting when away from the supervision of teachers and parents at a sleepover or on a school trip. The game starts with all 5 players sleeping under duvets and on futons.
Duvets.
Before duvets, sorry. But one. I slip up once. Jesus. Under duvets on futons before the whistle goes and they leap to their feet and reach for a palau.
Such a dork.
Who's calling me?
I don't know. We can pause the show if you need to get it.
No, we can't. This is call center and Aaron Sharp. I told them 2 o'clock. I'm not on call anymore. Call Jeremy. Okay, so
well, they'll
Japanese
get this
chillo
message.
fighting. Yes, Japanese chillo biting.
Chillo?
But Japanese pillow biting.
It's a different term.
Bite my pillow. Oh, I love that. Have you seen Waiting for Guffman?
Now, can we get baby pillow fighting going?
I thought that was all part of it.
As long as you're not putting babies in the pillowcases.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
Well, so much for that idea.
Yeah, that would be wrong, John.
Coming from the band Sibs.
I'm gonna have to pause real quick because these people are going to drive me nuts. So pillow fighting. See, didn't even miss a beat.
Not
you guys don't
beat.
even know we paused.
Right.
Yeah, because we're professionals.
We are.
Absolutely,
we're good at our
absolutely.
job.
So what? I guess what throws me off about the whole pillow fighting thing is that they consider it a game. I didn't know it was a game.
Yeah, like there's rules and stuff. I thought you just smack somebody.
Right.
What are does it have the set of rules?
They say it's a game. If there's a championship, there's got to be some way to. Anytime there's a championship, there's got to be some way of disqualifying people. So they have to have rules.
No feathers.
Right.
Those ones will knock you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially if you get them wet.
You're not allowed to put rocks in the pillows.
Right.
No babies.
Right. Or babies.
No babies
Yeah, no
in the
babies.
pillows.
Yeah. Unless you're in Lithuania, I think you can race them that way. In pillow baby races.
They're just racing to get into the pillowcase.
Right.
And then they just go straight over to Japan
and
and
swinging them.
Happy International Children's Day.
We're going to end on a fun one. This was where even the guy's name is just sounds dumb. Oh no, not his name. That's kind of dumb. But anyway,
Jeff.
All this
Authorities
build-up.
say, yep, Bill. Authorities say a man drove drunk to a New Jersey police station where he was picking up a woman who had been charged with drunken driving. Hackettstown police say 21-year-old Morgan Duran of Netkong,
Okay.
which sounds like it should be in Vietnam.
Well,
Netkong, doesn't it?
yeah.
Netkong?
or like a Nintendo funded city.
Yeah. 21-year-old Morgan Duran of Netkong was arrested early Friday after a traffic stop. She was taken to the station where authorities say she contacted 24-year-old Sebastian Rem of Washington Township to pick her up. When Rem arrived at the station, authorities say he smelled of alcohol and they charged him with drunken driving. Both of them were eventually released to another driver who was probably drunk.
Yeah.
So
No, the
wait.
third driver was just high.
Oh, okay. That's better. That's better.
So would that be considered doing a rim job?
Aha! Yeah. That's,
Are we allowed to say that?
we did.
Well, I know.
We did.
We're going to air it.
I'd say they're, how many people listening to this podcast know? Most of them know what a rim job is.
Yeah, every single one, actually.
Every single one.
All three of them know what a rim job is.
All three of them, yeah. But Patrick probably doesn't, so we're safe.
You know, where you clean the rims of your car.
Exactly.
It's a rim
Get them all
job.
nice and shiny.
It does get shiny.
Yeah, it does. It does get kind of shiny. It glistens.
Well, the harder you rub.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
So, yeah, the rim job. You threw the whole thing. I don't even know what the story was about now. I'm just...
Drunk
About
driver.
drunk driving.
Drunk driver picking up a drunk
about
driver.
Drunk driving,
It's-
Sebastian rim job. And,
Yeah.
I didn't know that would make the news when I got
and what was the other person's name? Morgan Dorgan or something like that.
Morgan Dorgan. When I got busted for driving under suspension, a guy with a suspended license came and picked me up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the cycle continues.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
It's a circle of white trash.
Yep, he came and picked you up and took you right back to the trailer park.
Yeah.
But hey, at least it wasn't the Mexican mafia. So
Yeah, that's
They're
true,
still
that's
looking
true.
for us.
Yeah, they're still looking.
I'll get you one day, amigo.
One of them is going to hear this recording, and you're just never going to see
Yeah.
me again.
Well,
Dad.
that's our listenership is the 2 or 3 comedians and the Mexican mafia.
The Mexican
That's really-
mafia
yeah.
loves the life.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what it is. They just love this radio program.
Okay, but when you escape, you're going to come out and just be shouting like, Jubs is back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
That'll be your nickname with the Mexican mafia. Hey, Chubbs. Hey, Chubbs.
Hey,
is
Jobs.
back. Yeah, ¿qué pasa, Chubbs?
Gracious. I love this show.
We love having you on this show.
I'm really glad that I get to be a part of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's
It's
been
fun.
It's been it's still the thing. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing I do.
It's a thing I do and you do, and
Yeah.
every now and then other people come on. John's done it.
I have.
You're doing it now. Congratulations. Do you have anything coming? Any shows coming up other than roasting Andrea Meningitis?
Meningitis. Yep.
What is with phones?
Yeah.
We're closed. All right, moving on.
Most offensive. 3.
Most
Most
How did I
offensive
forget
show on
that?
earth.
I'm on that.
3. You are.
What?
Yeah.
There's
I'm
an
on
offensive show and
It
I
is
was not
the
given an
most
invitation.
offensive
The
show
most
on earth, number
offensive.
3. This is the third one. Travis Charles, and I'll have a word with him.
I'm offended.
Well,
Oh,
then
you
we
should
did
be.
our
That's what
job.
it's there for. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also hasn't booked a black person yet either. So,
Oh well, it's Travis. We know that.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Very much a racist.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not
Terrible.
I'm not getting
No,
into
that's
this
probably
discussion.
this should probably be a good spot to end the show. And just,
Yeah, I think it's
Just leave
never
the
go on the
leave the
Wiley's
listener
is now
hanging.
dead.
Yep. Now we just go to a tone like at the end of the broadcast day
Yep.
where we're no longer. Yep, and we're done. Thanks a lot, Travis.
I've been pulled.
Okay, so you're doing the most offensive show, and then anything
July
else?
26th.
Yep, July 26th,
All right.
Friday at 8
and
And
I think I
the
got
roast,
some
the
stuff
roast of Andrew Meningitis will be
Yeah,
on
that's
the
the-
July 27th,
yeah,
Saturday.
like
at 8
almost
p.m.
the day before or something. Yeah. Also doing a show with Bree McGurk at the
on the 23rd, July 23rd on Tuesday.
VFW.
The VFW, yeah.
Okay.
Like 1729 East 3rd Street or something like that.
And then August 3rd, I'm in Fort Wayne for a show that is technically part of Let's Comedy or Let's Fest. So I'm technically
You're
part of
technically part of
on a very big technicality. I got into Let's Fest.
Oh, so they didn't recognize the name.
No, Alex Eakin was doing the show, and it was on the same day as Let's Fest. And they were like, "Oh, let's just make it part of it." I was like, "Oh, that's a credit now."
Oh,
Sweet.
okay, there you go. Yeah. So they'd absorbed.
Yeah.
It morphed in and absorbed into the comedy festival.
Yep.
That's, well, good deal.
I'm
Good
a big
deal.
Alex Eakin fan. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. So, I like him.
Don't know that I met him.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
You should meet him.
Well, like you always say, I don't get invited to do a lot of things.
Oh, that is. Can we talk about that real quick? So I finally, since the last time I did the show, I went up and actually, Alex Eakin runs the only room that has been my albatross.
Giggly
I
Wiggly?
have just eaten a dick every time I have shown up in that room, and I was there like 3 times in a row. And just did terrible every time. And I finally went up there and I nailed that show.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I can.
The Giggly Wriggly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That Wrigley room.
Yeah, I closed that out, and there was like 4 people in the audience, and one of them was the guy that runs the Mary, Mommy, and Joseph Festival.
Oh, Gordon
I
or Kenta.
don't know.
Okay.
I know he was on his phone, and somebody, Nick Taylor, pointed out. He's like, "Oh, what you looking at on your phone?" He goes, "Whatever that I want." And that was it. He left it at that. I was like, I laughed so hard at that, but nobody else seemed to.
Yeah, no, that's probably Kenta.
Okay, well there we go. We figured it out.
Love him. He's so funny.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and close it out. We've hit our limit.
Did we hit our
Yeah,
6 minutes?
We hit it. We've gone beyond our
6 minute
6
mark.
minutes and beyond.
Aw,
That's
look at us go.
that's
The
staying
new
power.
personal record.
John Morris, thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure.
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you.
me.
Charlie.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple weeks.
You better.
Causing trouble. That's what I do.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's what we love about you. All right.
Aw.
We will see you guys eventually. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, with repeats on Wednesdays from 10 to noon and Thursdays from noon to 2. You can also stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Yep, give
Then
me
it's
some of
genuine.
your snippets.
Yeah. Yeah. Now listen, buddy, you're not getting into my snippets.
Oh, man.